Welcome to a new episode of This Is My Offer, the AWS webinar series that gives partners a chance to talk about what they offer their customers. My name is Wilson Thankachan, and I am a global partner solutions architect here at AWS. And today we'll be talking with Galia Greenbaum, the partnerships lead at Bria AI, about their visual generative AI content creation at scale. Welcome, Galia.
Hi, Wilson. Happy to be here.
So, Bria is a trusted consumer goods competency partner working closely with AWS for years. Now, Galia, can you tell us a bit about what Bria does and how do you support the retail and consumer goods industry?
Sure. So Bria is a visual generative AI developers platform for on-brand content generation. And we empower enterprises, including consumer product goods companies and retailers, to scale their visual content creation by integrating Bria into their existing workflows. By that, they can unlock new revenue streams or reduce their costs and time.
Can you, Galia, describe some of the value proposition and products that you offer to our customers?
Yes, definitely. So Bria is a builder-first platform that allows enterprises to unlock their competitive edge with visual Gen AI. We have basically a three pillars approach to our value proposition to what differentiates Bria in the Gen AI space. So first is that we focus on the commercial value of our customers, working from the use cases backwards with a clear path to measurable business impact. So unlike, we're all familiar with the text to image, I think, by this stage of how we can generate pretty much any image that we want, a beautiful image of a horse on the moon or anything we would like. But at Bria, we focus on having a commercial value. So having controlled, predictable on-brand outputs that address real commercial use cases at scale beyond just image generation. So as an example, if you're a retailer, you don't want to just generate a nice background to your product. You may want to scale your content creation or have consistency to your e-commerce catalogs and more. And the second one is that, as I mentioned, we're a builder's first platform. So the ways to use Bria are different. You can use our production-ready APIs, SDKs, or our source code available foundation models with the control nets and adapters. And how does it connect to the commercial value is that it allows the developer, the technical teams, to integrate Bria into their organization's existing production workflows, and by that allow them to create that competitive edge. And the third one is that trust and safety. So Bria allows risk-free content generation. Our models are trained exclusively on licensed data and are offered with full IP indemnity coverage and full EU AI Act compliance. So again, connecting to the commercial value, enterprises can use the Gen AI in production without any risks or concerns.
Very relevant. Galia, the commercial value to your customers and how you work backward from customer needs, and then being a builder first platform. And finally, trust and safety. I think in this day and age, using large language models that's trained on the internet, trust and safety is top of mind for AWS customers. Galia, can you also tell us about what products do you offer to our customers?
Yes. So Bria, we offer a comprehensive interoperable platform. So I started saying that we are more than just image generation. As you can see in this image generation is just like, the most left column here, and is just a small part. At Bria, we have different building blocks that we offer our customers, building blocks that can be either source code foundation models, APIs, SDKs, or even iframe that our customers can leverage to create their own pipeline, their own workflow. So we believe that the true value is when the customers combine the products that they need to create their own value, to answer their own business use case. So you can see here we have a variety of different products that can be used, either separate or together, as I mentioned.
Right. You have been working with AWS for almost 2 years now. Can you tell us a bit about how you have been recognized in some way or another by AWS, and maybe a little bit about your competencies and certifications?
Yes, so we are very close partner to AWS. Yes, we are, as you know, in the CPG competency. We're also the GenAI competency. Also, by the way, we were Design Partner of the Year for 2024 of AWS. We are available to purchase on AWS Marketplace and also Jumpstart and Bedrock Marketplace. But beyond that, we are a very native partner. So our training and production workloads are on SageMaker. And our Better Together is more than that, is that we provide, Bria's, as I mentioned, we're completely risk-free. So our risk-free models that come with full IP and privacy identification, when combined with SageMaker's robust framework, ensures data privacy and regulatory adherence. And also for developers, it's pretty much a one-stop shop for AI developers on SageMaker using Bria.
Right. Now, I have been working with you for some time now, and I can personally vouch that you're a great partner to work with. You collaborate pretty well with AWS. Thank you for that. But from a customer standpoint, you did talk a bit about the value proposition. As a retail CPG customer, what exactly can I expect from Bria if I am looking at generative AI solutions for content generation?
Yes. So I think maybe if it's fine with you, Wilson, actually maybe start with an example and show kind of like a live demo of a specific use case that we have for e-commerce, actually. So I'll just show you live. So the example here, you can see this is a random search. And Wilson, imagine that you have a brand for handbags called Elegantra. And me, Galia, I'm looking for, in a random search on internet, for a trip to a Greek island. Hitting search. And your brand, Elegantra, you also have data on me that I love handbags. And now you also know that I'm looking for a trip to Greece. So now what it is doing, it is calling Bria's through APIs. It is calling Bria's models real time. So you can see I have here a few results for my trip to Greece, but also on the side, I have the handbag ad, Elegantra, already with Greeks in the background. And this is using Bria's product chat by text API. Now that I click on the ad, I'm being transferred obviously to the website of the brand, and automatically the entire catalog is being personalized to Greece. And this is using Bria's Generate Image Reference API. So going back to the example of how I showed how we can leverage, different Bria capabilities and APIs to create a pipeline. So this is an example of how you can increase your conversion rates online by leveraging Bria's APIs. And now, even if I want to increase, I don't know, the customer's post-sale engagement, then another thing that you can use is Bria's image expansion API. And now the images are already ready to be shared on different social media, so on Facebook or as an Instagram story, already expanded using different AI tools.
Yeah, I would like to go to Greece for a vacation as well. Who would not? Right. Very powerful demo on how you use a customer's digital footprint to create content that is both relevant and personalized. Now, a customer has many choices when it comes to picking a solution for content generation. What makes you different, and how are you how would you convince a customer that you are different from other solutions out there?
Yeah. So thank you, Wilson. It's a very good question. You know, a lot of the time when you say image editing, then people think of like a tool used for editing or something similar. Then Bria is different in that sense that, as you saw, for example, in the demo I just shared, then Bria's building blocks are integrated into the e-commerce workflow. In this case, with our APIs, you can create a pipeline. So you can use Bria's building blocks to answer your specific business use case, unlike just using a tool.
Mhm.
And also more specific to this use case, but for the e-commerce product shots, then what kind of differentiates Bria is that we focus on the integrity of the product itself. So some of them alternatives, they would generate the product itself. And as you know, the integrity of the brand is key.
Mhm.
The product for the brand, I mean, is key. So at Bria, we focus on keeping the product itself, but then augmenting it into the generated environment, but obviously focusing on the proportions, the shadowings, the reflection, and different elements that will allow, and I think this is the key here, that will allow scale and not just edit an image or create a beautiful image, but actually scale it.
Right. Yeah, that comes up in conversations with customers. They want to retain the integrity of the product images while generating content. Now, are there any other additional generative AI solutions that you're delivering to your retail customers?
Yes, definitely. So the CPG and retail industries, you know, you have, as you saw, we have a lot of products. So some use it for their e-commerce, for different use cases around e-commerce, around personalization, for example, consistent catalogs, or different ads creation powered by GenAI. So different use cases. I'd actually like to show an example of another popular use case that we have for that is very popular with CPG customers and also retail, is around Bria's tailored generation. So as you can see here on the image, you can leverage Bria's tailored generation to create your own engine that is on brand. So this is actually a very easy solution. So this is actually no developer is needed for it. You can simply upload a few images of your, it can be a character, a style, a mascot, and then within 1 hour, you get your own automated engine. And now, for example, if you have a bear, then this bear can be under a Christmas tree for a Christmas campaign, or it can be in Greece, as you and I wanted to go, Wilson, for localization. And also it integrates with Photoshop, with Figma, with different tools. So again, going back to using it within your own workflow. So our customers are using it to scale their content creation and, you know, reported of reducing times from weeks to minutes for creating content and also for campaigns. So as you can see here, the colored images are from a global European retail chain that actually used the tailored generation of Bria to have a social media campaign that went very viral with 2 million generations in less than 2 weeks. And all of it was done very easily while maintaining, you know, the brand characteristics.
Yeah. Now, when we look at our customers, each customer is different, and some of them are already using generative AI solutions, but some are just exploring and getting started. So, how do you help these companies that are in different stages of their generative AI journey to extend their capability into generative AI?
Yeah, so it's a good point. We definitely work with customers in different stages of their AI journey. So I think it kind of divides into two. First is that, as I mentioned, it's very flexible the ways that we work with Bria. So we have customers that are more advanced in AI, then they may even take our models that are, you know, available with the source net, with the source code and control nets, and everything, and just use the models. Some customers would use the APIs or even the iframe for customers that are not very advanced with AI. And also the second part is that we have a solutioning team that supports the customers. So we have business consultants, solution architects, and even creative teams that help to close the gap between the technical and the creative within the customers.
Now, one question that has come up pretty frequently in the past during conversations is, as part of your solution architecture, when customers are using your solution, the models that power the generative AI part of the solution, how do you bring those models in? Are these proprietary models that you have built and developed, or are they based on models that are available out there in the market?
Yeah, so thank you. It's good to clarify that we have our own foundation models that we train from scratch, as I said, exclusively on licensed data. Not only on licensed data, by the way, but also completely commercial grade data. So we don't allow any logos, trademarks, public figures in the training of our models. So that means that if you go to Bria and type in your favorite celebrity, you will not get a picture of this celebrity. You'll just get an image of a random person, because Bria will just not know how to create it. Same goes for logos, for trademarks. So we want the customers to be able to focus on their business use case, their ROI, and not on creating different guardrails. And yes, it's all our models. We have more than 50 models at Bria.
Okay. How does a customer get started?
So very easy. They can simply try Bria, go into our website, and get an API token. We offer actually 1,000 free API calls monthly. So they can test, so customers can experiment. And also another way is to go to the AWS marketplace, and also you can have Bria. You can test to Bria from the marketplace. So very easy.
Yeah, and thank you for mentioning the AWS marketplace. That is a key resource for AWS customers to procure solutions. Now, if the customer wants to understand the underlying API or the usage, are there additional resources that you help them with? Like, say, do you have an ebook or a guidance that's available?
Yeah, so for our APIs, our website contains full API documentation. So everything is out in the open. As I mentioned, also our foundation models, you can use the foundation models with the source code available. So everything is very available.
Galia, thank you for taking the time out and talking to us on this episode of This Is My Offer.
Thank you, Wilson. Always a pleasure chatting with you.
And for everybody else who's listening in, thank you for joining us. See you in the next episode of This Is My Offer.